How's it going, guys? It's Ryan here and welcome to episode 8 of the F1 2013 career mode, and we're here at one of the most successful tracks we've ever done in the series. It's Spain, hoping to go for our third win in a row at this track, and we're here. It's raining like it was in season 1 of 2012, so hopefully we can bring back the success as we have 69% chance of rain, so you guys are going to experience some dynamic weather being played on this game. So we're starting in third place with the most bizarre qualifying I've ever experienced on this game. And Spain is a pretty good track of mine over the years. As on F1 2012, I won my first race in the Force India. The next time I was here, I was in the co-op with FizzyFan 91, and I won that. So hopefully today we can make it 3 in a row. This is a track that I really personally like, as we're going to show you the setup now. For the race, I'm just contemplating whether to use 3-1 or 1-1, so I've gone with 3-1. And if you guys miss any of the setup, it'll be in a time frame, so you can check it out and use it for your online experience or your own career mode. Onto the grid, Hamilton is on pole with Fernando Alonso in second place and Mark Webber in fourth. There, so hopefully we can bounce back from a modest performance in Bahrain in the last episode. And this is now going to be edited highlights, not live commentated, because I'll have more time if I do this than do live commentates and render it, because it will give me more time now to get these episodes out for then. And it'll probably be the same for Monaco. I've not really decided yet. It is 100% though, but more on that at the end of this video. Onto the grid, as I said, Hamilton is on pole, us in third place, with a great qualifying with the most bizarre conditions you'll ever see for a dynamic weather there. So we're getting ready then for the start of episode 8 of career mode, and the lights are out here in Spain, and we go straight up to rich fuel, and we've just got a lot of wheel spin as here comes Webber now going past us to take third place, as we've had a bad start using half the curves to try and catch up to these top 3. As we're going to break into turn 1 now. We're going to try and go down the inside of Mark Webber now. Back into third place we go. It's a great move. Back up we go. Regaining that position. So we haven't really gained anything from the start. But Hamilton's putting away. And so is Alonso. And it's time now for you guys to experience how bad I am driving on a pad in these conditions. As you can see, I'm already losing the back end already. The wheel spin on this game is ridiculous on a pad. You've got to be so careful with your pad, with the throttle control, to save your tyres, because this is a factor in this race, which you'll probably see later in the clip, as we take a big corner cut there. But it is the first lap, and I've got to get used to this track in wet conditions on this game. I think this is my second ever race in intermediate tyres, so it's going to be a bit of an experience now. Coming towards the start of the final sector, and Alonso's already pulled a 1.1 second gap on us, with Mark Webber just 2 tenths there. You can see the back end goes out like a sausage roll there on skates, as we need to get back on the momentum, get that confidence back, and hopefully we can get another podium this season, as we can now take that corner nicely over the curbs we go. That was difficult on 2012, but on this game it's a bit easier. It's a bit of good and bad. You can take a good entry, but the exit needs to be crucial, as we're starting another lap now. We've lost even more time to Alonso in that last sector, but we've pulled on Webber to 1.1 seconds. So hopefully it's going to be, we pull away from Webber and try and keep up with Fernando Alonso during this race here in Spain. As we're going to now cut now to lap number 4, and the gap between us and Alonso has pulled dramatically ahead of us. So we're losing a lot of time now. We can just sense that the tyres are going off a bit here, as these inters are fragile around this track, and me being on a pad, it's not that great. And here comes Webber now down the inside, but he brakes for some reason, and Rosberg pulls off a brilliant move up into 4th place, and looks like Rosberg has the slipstream. Remember, there is no DRS in wet conditions unless the track dries up dramatically. But we're going on to lap 7 now. As you can see, our tyres are absolutely shot to the rafters already, and they said it was going to pit on lap 8 to 9, but these have been going off since the start of the lap. So I am struggling now, as Rosberg is somehow driving brilliantly. As you can see, the tyres are going, does not have any grip on the rears there. So the AI are somehow impressive on worn tyres on this game. It's a bit suspicious that, but it just gives a bit of more competition and more excitement for you guys to have this interesting scrap. As we're now going to see, the back end just goes out completely. I have to pit at this point as we go into the pits now, and Rosberg will take Webber, I'm sorry, is up into 3rd place, so don't happen to Rosberg. Oh no, he's dropped to 7th place, but he's now 6th now. As we're going to put another set of intermediates, and look at the sky, it is brightening up ahead of us. So the rain is easing. So we're going to try and get a good pit stop here from the Caterham boys. Is it going to be a good one? It is a 3.5. Reasonable pit stop there from the boys. As we leave the pits now, to continue on our merry ways down in 18th place, but we do have a fresh set of inters, and the rain is easing. So the track will probably dry up with a couple of laps to go, if I'm correct. So we're going to now go to lap 8. Further on down the lap, a couple of corners later, we have Valtteri Bottas ahead of us. Not going to bother with Chilton, he's 13 seconds behind, but he's not made a pit stop. And Peak there at the back, all on his own, having a poor race for Caterham, which is a bit disappointing for the team. Coming out onto the straight now, we're just going to come now towards this very slow hairpin corner, braking just at the 100-meter board, and Bottas is going very slowly there as we're going to do it down the inside up into 17th place, as we're going to try and catch up as these guys on very worn intermediates. We're going to now go to lap number 9, and once again poor dive bomb on Gutierrez and also Sutil, who hasn't got no grip on those intermediates, as we've got a couple of people in the pit lane. The leaders are in, so this is where the AI can prove that they can do 9 laps on inters, which is surprising, as the rain is easing, as it's now coming towards the start of lap 10. We have 8 laps remaining here in Spain, and we're going to gain a lot of positions from this early pit stop. Let's have a look where we're going to jump up from 8th to 3rd, so we've gained all the time back from when we pitted. We're going to go to lap 11, and the rain has eased off, so it's now down to when the track will dry up. Will it ever dry up is the question, as we've got Sebastian Vettel now up into 4th place as he leapfrogged his teammate Raikkonen and Rosberg up into 4th place. So Vettel's pulled off a great strategy to stay out, to go in on early like we did and pit for new inters, as he's now all over the back of us now. He's putting a lot of pressure on us now. He's only 3 tenths behind. Remember, still no DRS until the track is dry enough by Charlie Whiting gives his all clear, as Vettel is giving a lot of pressure now on us. We are really under pressure from Vettel at this point, but we're still not giving up yet. We're still giving it all now here in Spain, as we go slightly wide, luckily not to go onto that green AstroTurf, as we will probably have lost the back end spun there. So back end still going, we can sense the tyres are going once again, so this is going to be quite a scary moment for us now. Back end's gone loose again, so we need to drop it short shift now out of these slow corners to save some tyre degradation on the rears, and hopefully give us a bit of time. As you can see, we're going to lap 13 and it's completely dry. The sun is out and the track is almost bone dry, but here comes Vettel now as a great exit. It's going to go down our inside, but he decides to back out of it, and we have gone wide, locking up the front right, and we're going straight off into the Astro. Vettel, surprisingly, he's not got past us, which is a bit suspicious and strange, as apparently we've caused a collision coming back onto the track. So we backed off a bit to give Vettel a chance to catch up, but Raikkonen has got past him. So we need to be very careful now on these tyres. We need to keep it smooth, as we've still got 22 runners, which is quite surprising in these conditions. As we're going to be starting lap 14, 4 laps to go. Straight up to rich mode we go, because we need to burn the fuel and try and keep Kimi Raikkonen behind. And our engineer saw us to pit, so we need to keep that in mind. Pace is off a bit, as the gap is now 2 tenths of a second, as we're now going to be going up the hill towards braking into this corner, this very difficult corner, turn 4. Or turn 5, I'm not sure if it's turn 4 or 5 on air, but we'll still keep going. We're going to brake now, hitting the apex nicely, and again you can take some of that curb on the exit. Still got a bit of grip, and look at the train we've got behind us. There's about 4 of them. As we're going to start now the final sector, 7 tenths down our best time, as we've slightly gone a bit wide, took a bit of marbles.
Your tyres are really starting to
on there. And our engineer has told us our tyres are gone. They are shot to the rafters. And he's saying to put the brake balance to the rear, but we're having none of it. I don't think we need to do that. As we're going to now take this very carefully now. As we're going to start lap 15, 3 laps to go. Can we hold on for a podium here? Or do we have to pit for some optional prime tyres? Raikkonen though has got DRS it seems. As he's thought of a move there but decided against it. There, so we keep 3rd position, but it's only a matter of time before people like me are going to be struggling. As you can see, tank slapper galore there. We are struggling now on these tyres. But we've got to survive 3 laps. I'm going to drop it to lean to hopefully save some traction, hopefully. Missed the apex of that corner. As Vettel has got past Raikkonen and is back up to 4th place. Just need to be very careful now. Coming out of these corners, you can see wheel spin continuously on there. So we've got to be careful now as we go through this corner now. Very careful we need to be on these tyres as the inters are, these are gone. We've done 8.5 laps on them. You can see tank slappers galore as Massa now is up into 4th place, and apparently we caused a collision for drifting for a corner, and we've locked up again. We keep it on the track this time, but marbles are not going to hinder us, our cornering grip, as we've got to go. Now, Massa's trying to get past around the outside, and he does so. Bit of contact, and he's pushed us wide off into the gravel, and Vettel, Webber, Raikkonen and Rosberg have got past us, and who's this? It's Nico Hulkenberg. So we've gone from 3rd to 9th, 6 places gone. As we are struggling now. These guys are still on intermediates. I don't know how they do it, but we are going to pit. We have to pit to not get a puncture, but we're still struggling as we enter the pit lane. And we're going to put the option tyres on for 2 laps, a 2-lap sprint, see what we can get. Yeah, but we had no option. We were going to drop down the order anyway. This Legend AI are proven to be good in these conditions, as the boys are going to put on some new option tyres. Well, it's the medium tyre, but it's the options for this track. As we leave the pits now, Valtteri Bottas there in 18th place, so we're coming out just ahead of Bottas in 17th place. With 2 laps to go, can we catch up and get anything, some reasonable points possibly? We'll have to wait and see. As now we're going to try. And look at now Maldonado, he is going slow through that corner, through turn 3. As he's braking so early, we've gained a position. Up into 16th we go. Next target is Adrian Sutil, who is still going slowly. These guys are really struggling. You can see the tyres, burnouts. We've got past 3 people already. These guys are struggling on intermediates. They have to pit this lap if they've got any chance of anything, as we are going to catch them up so much. But pulling away, there's a massive train ahead of us. Who's this? We've got Daniel Ricciardo up ahead, who was 5.2 seconds. We've gone wide on these fresh options, so we need to be backed up a bit. Ricciardo's going slowly. Sergio Perez is going slowly. What is going on? These guys have to pit at some point as we're going through. We're up into the points-paying positions now. Up into 9th as Button taps us a bit. We hit the back of Hulkenberg. Are these guys pitting? They're staying out. What is going on? I have no idea. As Vettel's gone off into the gravel. Oh my god, what is going on? We've lost someone already. We are now on to the final lap of this race. Here in Spain, we've got another retirement. 20 drivers still going. Here, we've got DRS. Down the inside of Kimi Raikkonen, we go up to 5th place now. And we're going to go past Webber as well for 4th place. Everything's going to lost another driver now. 18 runners remaining. Everyone's dropping like flies. Now, Massa is the next driver up. Down the inside we go. Alonso's out. What is going on here? As Hamilton is the sole remaining guy who was led from the start of the race. Where's Hamilton is the question. I have no idea when he's gone. He's retired. Hamilton's off somewhere and we've taken the lead. How is this possible? I have no idea. Just proving the fact that AI just don't understand when to pit on dry tyres. This has been the most bizarre finish I've ever experienced on this game. A lap ago, we were 18th, and we're now in the lead out of nowhere. We're going to put off a surprising victory here in Spain. We keep our record of consecutive wins in a career mode series. It's going to be 3 in a row as we come round the final corner to take our first win of the series season, as Vettel is still in the gravel and he's going to get lapped, and we take the win in Catalonia, an unsuspected win, a brilliant race, and Charles Pic finished in 17th place. An amazing finish to that race. If you've ever seen that, guys, please let me know in the comments below, because that has been ridiculous. So the results, we take the victory by 17 seconds from Mark Webber and Felipe Massa. But look at those retirements there. Lewis Hamilton, Alonso, Rosberg, Button. Sebastian Vettel was a lap down, but he finished last place, which is a bit strange. Might be a glitch with the game. But that was ridiculous, that was. The guys, has got to be 40 likes there, guys, because that was outrageous finish here in Spain. But good finish for Massa, though, in 2nd place. And no notable results, surprises there. Werner Ricciardo in 8th and 9th, good for Toro Rosso. Adrian Sutil, pretty good. But onto the Drivers' Championship, and that win has put us to 7th place overall, jumping Sergio Perez, and 44 points off the leader, Lewis Hamilton, who did not finish. So it's going to be interesting now on that front. Can we possibly challenge him? It's unlikely, but a top 10 finish is probably our aim for the season, so we can hopefully impress some other teams and declare their interests in joining them for Season 2, or maybe mid-season possibly. So keep your eyes peeled for that, if anything does happen on there. But to the constructors, and we are 6th overall, just behind McLaren. Williams, still no points for them. Very shocking there, but we're doing pretty well. We're we're double points ahead of Sauber, our rivals there. But we've heard rumours that the owner of Sauber have been pretty impressed with us and are keeping an eye on us. So possibly we could be joining Sauber, are interested in us. Also, Force India, who we were with in Season 1, are also interested in us. So we need to keep our eyes peeled for any offers we receive midway through the season, which will be interesting to see if we do leave Caterham, which would be a sad moment, picking up their first win since they've joined back. But thank you guys for watching this episode. Next time by is, of course, Monaco, 100%, live commentated as always, per tradition. But until then, guys, if we hit 40 likes, that episode will be out straight away. But until next time, guys, wherever in the world, have a great day. And thank you for watching this episode of Career Mode. We shall see you at the Principality of Monaco. Take care. See you later.